If you feel like your grocery bill has gotten way out of control or your money's just not going very far, listen, it might not be the prices. It might be the habits the store wants you to fall for. Today, I'm calling out the top 5 biggest grocery store money wasters and exactly what to buy instead. So, stop feeding the store's profits and start feeding your family. I feed a family of 7 for $100 per person per month. So I've learned what actually drains a grocery budget and what truly stretches it. I've been doing this for a long time. Okay. These 5 things sneak into almost every single grocery cart. I see it as I'm walking around the store. And once you swap them out, you start to save instantly. So, number one, the number one money waster is convenience products. Anything pre cut. Okay, like pre-cut fruits or vegetables, a veggie tray, pre-cut chopped onions, pre-made like pre-made guacamole or salsa. All of those things cost more. You're not paying for the food. You're paying for someone else's time to do all of that and to make it. And somebody has to pay for it, and it is a steep upcharge. So, what to buy instead? The whole produce, okay? Don't buy a chopped up onion. Buy a whole onion, chop it up yourself. You do the sweat equity. Frozen produce. So, for example, if it is out of season for a certain produce right now, for a certain produce item, instead of buying it at a more expensive cost because it's out of season, get it cheaper over in the freezer section or even in the canned goods section. But a lot of times, the frozen section is going to be better and have better options for stuff like that. Buy your onions and your peppers and your garlic and the produce that you use all the time, potatoes, buy them in bulk. Okay. Buy them once a week. Don't buy them already cut up. Okay. You're going to buy them and you're going to do all of the work yourself, right? Frozen veggies last longer. They stay cheap year long and they cook the same. Okay. So don't discount the beauty of frozen vegetables and don't discount the beauty of buying the produce whole, right? Don't buy I was at the store the other day and I saw that the pre-made vegetable trays were like 16 bucks. That's a handful of cherry tomatoes, like a handful of broccoli that's cut up, a handful of cauliflower. It's not even the whole thing. And it's just a little bit of each one and you're buying it. They've done all the work for you. So you're paying so much more for it. It's such a money waster. All right, money waster number 2, boneless, skinless, anything. Okay. Boneless, skinless is so convenient. I know that, but they're also one of the most overpriced proteins in the store. And the grocery store knows that. They know that you're counting on that. They know that you're picky. They know that you don't like the skin on your chicken breast. Okay. So, what to buy instead? You can remove that stuff yourself, or there are certain meats where the skin on is not a big deal, like a whole chicken. You expect that the skin is going to be on that, right? And it's going to be cheaper to buy the whole chicken than to buy all of the chicken pieces separately. Bring it home and grind it yourself, right? Then you don't have to worry about it being boneless or skinless. You're going to take it and cut it off the bone and grind it to have your own ground chicken or your own ground turkey, that kind of thing. Buying things like chicken legs, you know that that's going to have the skin on. Chicken thighs, it is actually super easy. If you buy the bone-in skin-on chicken thighs, my store runs a consistent cycle where those are 99 cents a pound. It is so easy to pick up the skin when you go to cook those chicken thighs, whether you're going to grill them or cook them in the oven or whatever you're going to do with them. It is so easy to pick up that skin and run your knife under it, and it takes the skin right off. And now all you have is the bone in there, and it's okay. That's going to come off after you cook anyway because it's probably going to fall off the bone. Okay. Chicken thighs, chicken legs, buying the whole chicken, grinding the meat yourself. Those are cheaper ways to do this. And all of those things stretch very well with soups and pastas and casseroles and all those things that we've talked about in some of our other money saving videos. Okay. All right. Money waster number 3 is shredded cheese. That little bag of shredded cheese feels harmless, but it's actually usually about double the price per ounce, which is shocking. You're literally paying extra for anti-caking powder and air. Really. Okay. And it tastes so much better when you bring it home and you shred it yourself. And if you hate the process of the shredding, have a kid do it or run it through the food processor. That is like you'll have it shredded in seconds. Okay. That big block of cheese is what you need to be buying. And honestly, block cheese melts better. So if you're making your own sauces, your own roux, things, something of that nature, it's going to melt better and it tastes better and it lasts longer in the refrigerator. Okay. The savings add up over and over again in all the ways. All right. Money waster number 4 is name brand everything. Okay. Brand loyalty is expensive. And if you are loyal to only certain brands, then you're not showing up for budget anything. Okay. When we are super loyal to a brand, it cuts into our wallet. Okay. Some things truly don't matter. You're literally paying for marketing, not quality. And so often, you've heard this 100 times, but I'm going to tell you again. So often the name brand makes the store brand. Okay. So these are store brand staples that I buy. Canned veggies, the frozen veggies, I buy store brand. Pasta, beans, rice, bread, oats, milk, eggs, all of that stuff. I buy the store brand. Sometimes if I'm buying soda, if I have a budget for soda, sometimes I'm even buying the HEB brand soda. They run a great promo for them. Okay. Keep those things in mind. Most store brand staples come from the same exact factories. It's just a different label going on the package. Okay. And money waster number 5 is snack packs and individual portions. Convenience packaging will kill your budget. Okay. It will kill your budget. So you're not buying all the individual packets of goldfish or all the individual packets. And that's a terrible example because that's a total convenience food. It's a good example, but it's a terrible reality is what I should say. So actually, I'm not going to buy the individual packets of Cheez-Its or goldfish. I'm going to buy the store brand version in the big box and I'm going to divvy it up. Okay. Pre-portioned snacks, they're so cute, they're so convenient, but you're paying 2 to 3 times more because it took someone's time. You've got the packaging, lots of packaging. So what to buy instead is the full size. What to buy instead is the generic version. Okay. What to buy instead is, instead of buying trail mix, make your own. Instead of buying granola, make your own. You get double or triple the amount for the same price, and then you can control the portions at home. All right. So the easy rule that saves you the most is if it makes your life easier instantly, it probably costs you more. 99.9% of the time it costs you more unless you found it on a deep clearance because it expires today. Okay. If it takes 2 to 3 minutes of effort at home, you're probably saving money. Okay. The one rule that you can implement that will save you $200 to $400 a month, depending on the size of your family that you're shopping for, is what you've learned here today, that the more convenient something is, the more it's going to cost you, and you need to skip those on your list every single time. Okay. You don't have to stop buying everything. Just stop buying the stuff that quietly drains your budget and leaves you feeling defeated. Swap these 5 habits and you will start noticing real immediate savings. Your cart will feel fuller and your meals are going to stretch longer and further, and your budget is actually going to be able to breathe. And you'll have a little money left over to maybe go on a date night once a month with your husband or to get your kid the new pair of shoes. Okay. The number one place that we can save money on our family budget is the grocery bill. I'm telling you. If you want more dirt cheap meal ideas, grocery shopping tips, and ways to feed your family without overspending, go ahead and subscribe. We're building a community of families who make smart, simple, realistic grocery choices. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out with me. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.